I wanted to go ahead and just make a quick video going over the channel and social media changes that are happening here. First change that you may have noticed is that I changed my YouTube channel name and social media handle back to Lil Rummager. Previously it was Jeanette Craft, or you might see Jeanette.craft out there. That was me. The original social media handle was Lil Rummager, and so I changed it back to that. The other thing is the big change happening is that the main focus will be 1960s to 1980s vintage fashion and accessories and everything having to do with those eras. And let me go ahead and explain why. First thing is, if you've been following this channel, I absolutely loved collecting vintage clothing, accessories, everything from like housewares to fabric linens, everything since I was a kid. I grew up on going to rummage sales with my mom and my brother, estate sales, garage sales, flea markets, all that sort of thing. I would say about when I was in middle school is when I started to really actively collect vintage clothing from probably like the 1950s to the 1980s. My main hobby for most of my life has been centered around collecting vintage and wearing it. I know it's something that I'll always have a huge interest in. The other reason why I want to go ahead and make this big change is actually kind of a reason why I haven't been making videos is I have a major depressive disorder, and I've actually been depressed for several months, and that's why I haven't been making videos. And I've been thinking, now that I've been getting better, I've been thinking about things and what makes me happy. And one of the things that makes me happy is wearing vintage clothes and collecting them. What I've noticed, I've grown out of a lot of my vintage clothes in my collection. And it's also getting really, really difficult to find vintage clothes that's affordable, that's in my size. And I kind of mentioned a little earlier that I've been collecting vintage fabric since I was in middle school. I have a decent collection of fabric from the 1950s to the 1970s. It's just sitting in a clear plastic tub, and now that I feel way more comfortable making clothes, because I've been working on all the historical costumes, now I have all that experience, I feel a lot more comfortable making vintage clothes finally. In case if anyone is wondering, will I still make historical costumes, like clothing from the 18th century or Regency era? I will be still. I actually intend on going to a Regency retreat next year in January. I'll still make historical costumes, but they just won't be featured on the YouTube channel. I think I'll maybe show them on my Instagram account instead. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Lil Rummager. I think I will kind of feature things like maybe historical fashion revivals, like the medieval Renaissance revival that happened in the 1960s. And there was also a Edwardian and Victorian fashion revival in the 1970s. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of focus on those sort of things instead. For me, it's really interesting when historical eras come back into fashion and how the new era reimagines those fashions. That's all I have. I've actually been parenting myself, and I told myself if I finish this video today, I can go ahead and go to the thrift store after I am finished. So I'm going to be going ahead and doing that. So yeah, all right, everyone, take care. Nice to see you again. Bye.